Привет, друзья! Lesson 6. Let's get right into it. Today, we'll learn how to say I have, you have something. Of course, base phrase is у меня есть. У меня есть. I have. Now, in Russian, the logic is a bit different. We don't really have I in this sentence. What we have is, let's say, у меня есть телефон. I have a phone. The logic of a Russian sentence is that a phone exists at my possession, or a phone exists at mine. So in the future, 1 year from now, you will get into certain topics that will explain why it's happening, what's the reason of this all. For now, we don't need to worry about it. We just need to worry about the phrase у меня есть plus whatever you have. So, у меня есть телефон. У меня есть дом. You can already build any sentence that you like with the words that just we have learned together, let alone all the words that you've been learning on your own. So, у меня есть is a crucial phrase for all of you guys to use. Now, let's learn some additional words that describe family. So you can say, I have a brother, I have a sister. First is papa and mama. Of course, papa and mama. These are dad and mom. Sometimes you would need the other two, отец and мать, for father and mother. Now, these are more formal, these are more respectful, these are more official, отец and мать. But in a conversation, papa and mama are used more frequently. So let's choose them. Сестра for sister, сестра. Брат for a brother, брат. Бабушка for grandmother, бабушка. Дедушка for grandfather, дедушка. Муж for husband, муж. And жена for a wife. I can say, у меня есть жена. I have a wife. You see the ring? У меня есть жена. She can say, у меня есть муж. I have a husband. So, у меня есть means I have. But how do we say I don't have? What you may not have yet is the knowledge of that BeFluent is the best platform for Russian learning. And that's why I'm here to tell you this. Check out BeFluent if you want to speak to your family and friends, to your муж and жена with no problems. Check out BeFluent with the first link in the description. And we have a number of courses. If you made it to lesson number 6 of this course and you enjoy it and you like it, just imagine what we can do, our team, BeFluent, can do when we have our own platform with built-in exercises, vocabulary, a whole bunch of other things to guide you through this difficult process of the Russian language learning. Okay? Check it out for 3 days. If you like it or not, you will know by those 3 days. So there's no risks involved. Check us out with the first link in the description and accelerate your learning to your journey to fluency in the Russian language. Back to у меня есть plus something. For us to say that I don't have something, we say у меня нет. У меня нет, I don't have. But here's what I have to say for this phrase. У меня нет would require for us in a perfect world to change the word that follows. So I cannot say у меня нет брат. I don't have a brother. I have to say у меня нет брата. I have to change this word for this sentence to be 100% correct. But this is where my long-term advice to you will start, and I'll finish it off at the end of the lesson. Sometimes you will make mistakes, and I would say it's even good to make mistakes in a situation like this. In the perfect world, you would have to know all the forms of all the words that you will potentially use after у меня нет. But what if you know those words for family members, but you don't know this second form of it? Are you supposed to just never say what you don't have? I disagree. Let the person listening to you make up that mistake for you in their head. So if I say у меня нет брат, they will understand that I meant I don't have a brother. Just not having this last doesn't change anything. They will still understand what I mean. So for you guys, you don't have to be perfect for you to communicate well. What's our goal here? Why are we learning Russian language? Are we learning it to just never make mistakes and go take the exam and that's going to be our goal? I don't think so. Our goal is to communicate. And if me, the native, your teacher, tells you, if you make a mistake like this, everybody will still understand you. So don't worry about making this mistake. Go ahead and make it. So I give you permission as a beginner, right, to say, "У меня нет сестра." I don't have a sister. Even though the correct form is "У меня нет сестры." And even though your friend might correct you and say, "You said it incorrectly," I'm here telling you, ignore that friend. I'm your teacher, not them. Okay? You can make mistakes if your goal is to communicate. Now, if in 1 year from now you come back to this channel and you still make this mistake of saying "У меня нет сестра," then that's a problem. When you have studied the Russian language for a year, you know why the form changes. You know all the forms already. You're just negligent. That's a different story. But if you make an innocent mistake just because you don't know yet, in my book, that's okay. So with the phrase "У меня нет," you can use whatever you want, whatever other object, person, family member that you don't have, put them right there if you want to communicate that. And the second phrase for today is "У тебя есть." "У тебя есть" means you have, or something exists at your possession to be logically perfect. "У тебя есть телефон." You have a phone. "У тебя есть мама." You have a mother. You have a mom. Okay? Or, again, "У тебя нет мамы." You don't have a mother. Sad, but sometimes it's true. You can say that as well. Okay? Same exact logic applies here. We simply replace есть with нет, and that's it. So, two phrases: "У меня есть," "У тебя есть," or "У меня нет," "У тебя нет" were the focus of today's lesson. Now you know how to describe things that you have or don't have. Now, a long-term lesson: mistakes. Make mistakes. Number one, we've just discussed when a mistake is innocent, just because you haven't learned something yet, it's okay to make it. Russian language is very difficult to the details. You have to perfect all the details out there for you to be 100% correct or 100% correct. There's many different grammatical rules. Our words change a whole lot from the gender to the endings to the past, present, future. They change a whole lot. And as a beginner, there is no way for you to amass this knowledge yet. So the innocent mistakes of you just not knowing yet are totally fine. If those persist past a certain point after you've learned the rules that govern those mistakes, then of course it's a problem. But for now, make them, feel free to make them. Russian language is very complex with those topics. However, almost all of those mistakes will be understandable from context. If you make a mistake with the ending, me as a native, I'll most likely figure out what you're trying to say. Because you're not just using a whole different word now. You're using a very similar word with a different ending. I will figure it out for you. Don't worry. And a second point of mistakes that we didn't talk about yet is that mistakes happen when you test unknown waters, put it that way. If you step into a dark room, you might step on a nail. You might hit your toe on a chair or something. You might hurt yourself when you step into a dark room. But when you step into a dark room, what that means in terms of a language is that you're stepping into the unknown. If you're not making any mistakes, that might be a sign that you're not challenging yourself with anything. You're staying within the comfort zone of what you have learned, and that's it. Never stepping out to learn anything new, which is a bad sign, which is a sign of something called short-term, seeing, short-term vision. You need to think of a long-term vision to where you have to explore all the things that are unknown. So if you're making a mistake in a conversation, If you're making a mistake in speaking about a certain topic, that's fine. That's a sign that you need to learn that topic. And that is it. Mistakes by themselves are not bad. If you're not fixing your old mistakes, or you're not making mistakes because you are scared, that's bad. But if you're making mistakes just because you're trying something new, then that's a success in my book. That is all. Check out Be Fluent with this button right here. Learn with us. It's going to be a lot of fun. You'll enjoy it. You will speak Russian to your family and friends, and you will thank me later. Or keep on watching our YouTube videos with this next one. It's up to you.